What is up, my spooky familia? You have entered the scary corner. Dino, Nino, 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 Weedo, Weedo, Weedo.
Oh,
And we are here to pay our respects to Brandon Lee,
Brandon Lee.
aka Bruce Lee's son.
Bruce Lee, the one and only.
And I am the zombie. And then I'm a little teary eyed a little. Brandon, we got the homie Bass.
What's good, guys?
And your favorite cousin Neil.
Hello.
And the world-renowned Star Fox player, quote the Draven, hit me more. I mean, the Hitman.
Yeah.
And this is the review of THECROW. Before we get into it, I would like to say this has been my favorite movie that I've seen countless times. And I would love to one day be able to wear the makeup, but never had the opportunity to because it never came out great.
Oh.
So
They
I
tried.
tried it every which way. I had like runny, and it never came together. But hopefully, I
Dreams
get
do
it
come
going.
true.
Yeah, we decided to, in our horror movie tour, as we're calling it, choo-choo stopped at THECROW. We understand that it's not like whoa, it's more supernatural and it's actiony, it's in our realm of Marvel and whatnot that we love. But we decided to it'll be a nice place here early September to stop at this stop. But next week will be a little bit different. We'll announce that towards the end. And then I would like to kick this off to pass it on to the homie Bass, who has more on Brandon Lee's accidental death.
Well, everybody, Brandon Bruce Lee was actually filming The Crow when this all happened. The way it happened was he got shot by a blank, and that resulted in his death ultimately. And people say he did die on set because many thought he was joking. They didn't take it seriously at the time, and slowly his breath went away, and he died on the set in North Carolina, March 31st, 1993, age 28.
They considered it to be the family curse, right? Because his father died essentially
The same way.
in the same setting,
Yes,
very
correct.
young. So
It was a whole Kennedy complex.
yeah, it's just absolutely tragic. Like two of them, I mean, such a talented, incredible family line.
I know,
For it to
right?
just continuously cut short like that.
Did he have kids or anything, or just never?
Brandon Lee did not have kids.
He did have crows.
He did have crows. Yeah.
So it ended with him then. Or did Bruce Lee had more children?
Bruce Lee has
He
a
has a
daughter.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right. I apologize.
Shannon
Yeah,
Lee.
that's right.
Has she started in any film? Maybe we'll figure that out later.
Back in the day.
Yeah. She did come out though, in Bruce Lee's defense, on Quentin Tarantino's movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and of how they portrayed Bruce Lee in the movie.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
But yeah, that's all I need to say.
Yeah, because they made him look like he was like foolhardy and he talked a lot of trash and stuff.
Correct. Yeah. All right, let's go on
My
with the
favorite
show.
director.
So it's, like I said, that's why we decided to stop here. Your first impressions of the movie, starting with a quote, the Draven.
I cut myself on all of that edge. It's a lot of edge. Oh Lord, so much, and the flashbacks and the like. This happened and that happened. Oh my God, the soundtrack. Oh, good soundtrack. And
Mhm.
like very talented actors. It was a lot of fun. It was like 90s AF. Um, yeah, like it's a ride, man. It was a journey. I enjoyed
Exactly.
it.
How about you, Base? Your first impression?
I I really well when I first saw it, I really enjoyed it. You know, soundtrack for sure, because I was starting to get into that like that, stage. Linkin Park was rampant and everything, and got to see the Crow. So I was enjoying it, man. I really did enjoy it.
Seeing your cousin?
Let's see. What year did the movie come out?
93.
1993.
Oh, 1990. Okay, I saw it on. Where did I see it on? I think I rented the movie. Yeah, I think from a video store. Pretty sure. And then I remember watching it. I loved the look of it. Just just dark. At the time, I think I was like renting several movies that were similar. Like I think Spawn, maybe, and similar style. What's that movie? Is it Dark City? I think.
The
Correct.
city?
I think so. But they had very similar, dark alleys and it's raining kind of thing. But I remember watching The Crow, and because I'm a big Bruce Lee fan, and I want to see. Let's see what Brandon Lee. He looks cool.
Yeah.
But for me, the movie, there are parts where it's a bit slow sometimes when they're talking and whatnot.
Yes.
The film style, it's kind of comic bookish, noir-ish. So it was a style that I wasn't used to as a kid. Um, but when the action picked up and stuff, yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. But you know what? I remember actually what made me want to rent the movie was I think I was watching a commercial for I think it was something that had a collage of movies together, but the way it was cut had all these action scenes, and it had the one scene in The Crow where he throws the knife back, and it had this rocking music to it. I was like, oh, I was like, what is that from? And then
Yeah,
that's
they
when I
play
did my
that a lot.
research. Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
know
in
what
a
the
lot of
commercial was
promos.
for. Yeah, I don't know what the promo was for, but it looked cool. It might have been for like a DVD or something, or maybe for a sound system. But yeah,
Hmm.
it yeah, I dug the movie. I dug the movie though. It's cool for its
I don't know
time.
how
It's
much
very
help I'm going
90s.
to be. Oh, sorry. Very 90s, right?
Yeah, very 90s.
All right. I don't know how much help I'm going to be. I thought we were talking about Russell Crowe. I thought his nickname was the Crow. And like I was going to do a whole thing about Gladiator and like
Oh,
where he gets really pissed off in traffic. Like, I got nothing else. All right. Let's do this.
the gladiator.
Are you not entertained?
So
I take away your disguise.
the first impression for me, thanks for asking, guys, was also at a blockbuster. Passing by, like I always go to like I said, the horror section, and my dad like again with another one. So of course, my dad was just renting these Spanish movies and whatnot, and I was just a horror guy. Like I love being spooked, scared. Well, not like I feel it more entertaining, those because you don't know what's gonna happen. And in action, you bad guy, good guy, done. That's what always drew me to these types of movies, and that's where I was getting my start in it when I was hearing those music and then I was like, what is this, So when I passed by the cover, I was like, The Crow, what was it about? And I turned it around like me and my ESL trying to read English. I told her that
Really?
one.
Hold on, you read this in class?
No, like me,
No,
Bernie.
it just means like he's
learning
not
how to
familiar
read.
with
Oh, okay,
English.
because that'd be interesting how to teach English. Okay.
Yeah, I learned how to read English with the. There were no subtitles back then, were they? I can't remember if they were or
Maybe.
not.
I remember having subtitles on Fast and Furious, which was like 96, because I only had it in French and I was learning French from that.
There you go.
I think you could purchase. Well, you can rent them out with subtitles. I think they offer two different kinds.
Mm.
Yeah.
So obviously I always, and then that's also too when I discovered like Japanese horror movie. They had their standards. Like the original, The Grudge is called the what's it called? Grunju, Ouija, whatever, Ouija. I put that one on, and my dad just like, get this shit out of here. Why not? And The Crow was the same thing. Like my dad, like I didn't know what I was watching in those first couple of 5 minutes that we'll get into right now. So we're so intense. They're like, "What are we watching?" Like I have no idea what the fuck's going on. So yeah, and I just fell in love with it. You know, the rhythm, like you were saying, the goth look, the whole transformation of someone being, and me trying to reach out to finding who the fuck I was. So yeah, I'm sorry. This is therapeutic for me.
Mhm.
Are you saying you lost a loved one and you're out for revenge?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Once upon a time, we're not getting to this here because
Wait, is this Punisher? No.
It pretty much, anything bad.
This isn't
pretty much-
vengeance.
Yeah.
I am the night.
It's punishment.
So with that being said, guys, how did The Crow opens? It opens with a flyby. We're going like it's like a weird visual effects of the fire coming out of some houses, you know, and it's flying by. This is October 30th. It's called what's it called?
Right? Yeah. What was it?
How,
Was it Friday
Devil's
night?
Night.
Devil's
Devil's
Night.
Night.
Yeah, that's right. Where you smoke the devil's lettuce, listen to the devil's music, and you eat deviled eggs.
Keep
Devil
going.
nut.
You go. How far can you go?
Jeez.
Yeah, the D. I'm not saying the D, but yeah. So then after that, we get a narration
Narration. All right. Of who?
of Sarah saying once what's it called? If a soul is not found peace, they'll find a way to come back. So the crow is like a carrier, something like that.
Mhm.
So as soon as the 5 minutes we break into we go into this house, you know, like we see these guys terrorizing these couple. We find later on we find out that it's their name is Shelley Webster and Eric Draven. How were you feeling about that impact of that scene of? Well, how do you felt like at that moment when you saw that?
Well, luckily we had like 6 more showings of that scene to get a really good feel for it. But at least the first time it was impactful.
Wait, are you talking about before the incident or?
No, that's
during
only
the
like the
incident?
first 5 minutes that we see we see her like laying there and
Oh, the
and her,
love. Do you feel the love? Is that what you're asking?
yeah, like you
Oh yeah, like a rock star couple, man.
and then after that like he Eric Draven gets thrown off the window and Shelly's just there. And it's just sad, you know. You're trying to protect
Brutal.
somebody. What happened?
It's brutal, man. It's brutal.
Yeah. And you can't reach it. You cannot make the tag or come over here. So after that, we see a crow and it says 1 year later, and that's where the movie starts. Because we see the I think her name was Sarah, right? The little girl.
Yes.
So we see Sarah walking down the graves, picking up flowers from other graves to, and she puts it right there, and then the crow is like, "Caw-caw!" It's like, what are you? What she said, like a protector or something? So she leaves, and then that's where we get the little tap 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 to wake up, and then you see Eric just come out of Eric Draven comes out of the grave. I could relate to that. It's kind of, you're moist. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Your lungs are full of dirt. You're
it's a
like
unique perspective. This is probably where I came from.
you're trying to cough up. You're trying to breathe. But you're like, that the first fresh air again. You're like, my lungs is working again. A little decomposing, but you're okay.
Yeah, nice that he waited a whole last year to let him.
I know.
drag
Let
out
him come
his
back.
gun. Like,
That's
yeah,
what
get nice
I was saying too.
nice and rotted first.
I was like, yeah, like shouldn't he like falling apart? It would have been better, like he would have been like missing stuff.
Well, not because he had all the cherry juice in him, I guess.
That's true.
Cherry juice.
Cherry juice.
Smelling good.
Then after that, he's like, all right, homie, it's time to get up. It's time to do work. He's like, what? He's like, all right. So you see him like shivering, stumbling. Where am I? And you see the POV of the crow. I really love that. The swooping in and swooping out.
Even though it's unclear whether we're seeing it or
He's
Draven
seeing
is
it.
seeing it. He's he must be because he gains the perspective and stuff from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's his sight is through the crow.
That's his eyeballs.
Yeah. I mean,
The
he can
wingman.
still see in front, but he can use the crow to see where he wants.
He can close his eyes.
He can close
and then
his
he
eyes.
sees-
So he's walking, it's raining, and he's barefoot, and the crow leads him to a pair of luckily boots, slightly worn. Slightly worn boots, and he starts climbing up his apartment. That's where we see him stumbling, and he rips down the door, the caution sign. He walks in and he starts feeling all those feelings. He's reliving the memories, and then you see his cat. He goes, Gabriel. That's a cool name for a cat. And I had Iglesias either. He's kind of fat too. Fluffy.
I'm Fluffy.
Oh man! And then he's reliving the pain, and then you see him like reenact his murder. Like he stretches his hand, he gets shot, he drops all the good fun stuff. And then this time when he gets thrown out the window, he's holding on to the mirror. I mean, to the shattered glass, and he swings back and he looks at his hand. He's like, "Whoa, I could do that."
Whee! And then he learns that he has a healing factor.
It ain't Wolverine either.
All right, bub.
Oof.
Can you imagine him with claws? Like, all right, let's go to work. And then
Girl, like talons, maybe.
oh, that'd be cool. Like Sabretooth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, kind of.
Anyways, we after that we'll see him, like I said, going through all the flash motions, feeling that the dread and everything. It zooms out, and then we get into the bar where all where the bad guys are. What's it called? The bar? The Till? The M, I think it's called. No, some bar, right, guys?
I don't remember the name to the bar.
So they're there, they're doing shooters, but they're fucking twisting it, they're swallowing bullets. And I was like, what the hell? They're like, all right. And we get introduced to T-Bird, Tintin, what's his name? Fun Boy. And I think that's it, right? Or there's 4 of them.
Top Dollar.
That's the main vato.
Yeah.
Top dollars. Sound like a rap guy, man.
Yeah, so it's T-Bird, Tintin,
Fun bags or whatever the hell his name is.
A Fun Boy.
Fun boy.
Fun Boy. Oh yeah, you're right. Fun Boy. Yes.
And they're plotting. They're the ones who are setting off the bombs throughout the whole cities, And then you see Sarah's mom in the bar, whatever her name is. I'm sorry, was Shelley? No, it's not. It's Sorry, I'm really awesome with names.
Throwaway burnout mom. That's her
So
name.
yeah, so she hooks up with the. I mean, she's hooking up with a fun boy. She's like, "Hey, put your guns down, huh? Shooters, have these shooters." And then she kisses one of them, and then the Tintin guy is licking her back at her. I was like, "Is that really necessary right now?" And then they put it all down, and they're like, "Fire it up, fire it up." They get all hype. And then after that, like we go back to the apartment. You see Eric reliving his memories. Eric Draven. He's like he's stumbling. He's like, "What am I?" And then the best part, man, the score of the burn comes in from the Cure. I was just like, "What is this?" I had to Google it. I mean, I didn't even know Google back then. I just had to, what was it, Shazam it or something?
Yeah, LimeWire.
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 I had to give
So
my computer a virus looking it up.
it's like typing in the Cure. It's like, no Cure.
No. Song from TheCrow.divx.rip.
Triple X -4.
13-hour download. Oh damn, those were the days. All right.
So he's opening his drawers. He's seeing the pictures. He's just like feeling the feelings. And that's when he sees a little clown mask, his white paint with the little black things. He punches a mirror. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm not this no more. It's time to do the work." And the crow's crowing his face out. So he gets the white paint. He puts it on, and he gets the little thing. He's like, really precise too for someone doing it that quick. Yeah, one shot. He's like, "I've been doing this for years, probably." How long do you think it'll take it was just pretty easy makeup, right? That's like we said last week that it inspired the wrestler Sting to take on his persona.
Oh yeah, definitely. He looks just like him. Yeah, I mean, he probably had a lot of practice. He probably frequently comments on IGM videos and stuff.
Yeah, he probably gets a lot of copyright strikes too.
Oh.
Seriously, nobody's gonna dress as a crow.
And then he puts on the face mask, and then he reaches into his band bag. He cracks it open. Like, I'm surprised he didn't wash it for a long time. It's just been there. So he cracks it on. He's like a long black sleeve shirt with his leather pants, I think.
Oh yeah, baby, that's the look.
Mm-hmm.
And then he what's it called? He's walking with his hands up. That was a badass scene. The thunder. Then the crow just lands on his shoulder. I want the crow to land on my shoulder. Starts pecking my neck.
Get a falcon.
Falcon punch. Can you just imagine? It's like, "Yeah, look, mama, fuck crow." And then it's like, "Where?" Like, "Ah, my eyeball." And then after that, we cut to Tintin being at the pawn shop. You know, he's trying to sell the rings that he borrowed or stolen, because he's part of that gang from all the previous people. And he's trying to get this money. He's like, "You're a cheap fuck, man." And he's like, "No, I'm sorry. That's business, man." What is it? What is his name? The pawnbroker guy? Who knows, right? Short, fat guy.
Yeah, that's the name right there. Short fat guy.
And he tells him, like, "Close up the shop, man. We're closed." And he's like, "All right, whatever." He's like, "I'll close it up real nice for you." You know, and then it's pretty cool. I mean, establishing the main headquarters where they go to sell their feria, you know, to get the money.
The feria.
You damn pedophile. Blah blah blah. I thought when he said that, like, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna close it." Like, I thought we were gonna have a Punisher scene right there.
Yeah, I know. Same here. So we close it
like
in.
Identical when Punisher does it.
So after that, we see the crow, but as soon as we see the crow like spying on a Tintin, and it flies back to Eric Draven, and he's like, "Where is it at? It's over here." So he starts doing parkour, like jumping through the buildings.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Where are you?" He's like, "I'm over here." So he's running for. There's like a gap he's trying to make, and he holds on to that thing, which I would have fucking fallen, like, especially when it's wet. And And then the crow flies down because he like you said, he's using his eyeballs of the crow. He crows his eyes like
The crows.
the crow says. So he flies down, and then he's like, "Where are you?" And then the Tintin like, "Look at you, damn bird, huh? I'm gonna kill you." He takes off his knife, and then that's when Eric Draven does the Jeff Hardy swanton off the building. He's like,
Yeah.
Wee.
Assassin's Creed.
He starts doing the finger juke.
Yeah.
So he lands in a pile of trash. He's just fucking losing it. He's like the Joker, and I'm laughing. He's like, "What's so funny, funny boy? What are you, such a clown?
Well, you all painted up, crackhead.
Halloween is not until mañana." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, like I never miss." He takes off his shit. Tin Tin. He gets his what do you call him? Does he have a name on him or no?
Wait, what?
I mean the knife.
knives?
He doesn't know, right?
Yeah, no, he probably has some throwaway ass line about how they're like this and that, but no, they're just nice.
They're the T-Birds. Nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
The T-Birds
The T-bird.
against the crows.
So they're brawling, you know. He's getting the upper hand. The crow. I mean, should call him a Draven.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I never miss. So they're fighting, and then he throws him. He's like, "Try again," and he's like,
They never miss. They miss.
So like he's interrogating him as he's punching him. He's like, "You know me? What's my like? You remember these two people like a year ago?"
You skipped the part where he did the iconic throw that got you into the show to be. Oh no, I got Cousin Neil, but still, he did the iconic.
That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah. The
Throw
and
it
then the
back,
pins
baby.
just
Catch and throw it back.
yeah.
No,
I
that's,
think I
that's after
remember.
he kicks him in the nuts, and then he kicks him, and like he's right now he's interrogating him. He's telling him like, "You remember the time like a girl, Shelly?" Is like, "Oh yeah, I shanked that beat." And she enjoyed every second. He gets headbutt, and then he's fucking getting beaten down with the pipe. He's getting with the pipe, and then he's walking away, and then takes off his coat.
And then
He's
he's
"Let me
like,
show
"Yeah, I
you
gave her the
my
pipe."
feet." Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Oof.
This is
All
a
right,
long
live
pipe. Anyways, so she like, "Let me show you my two knives. So this one I never like." He goes, "I never
see.
miss," and that's where he swings at him, and he
And
goes,
he's like, "Ah, shit, I missed.
yeah, like a miss," and then he goes to like try it again, and he goes,
I never
and he
missed. Ah,
smacks
shit,
it
I
out.
missed again."
And he's getting mad, and he catches it, and he throws it back on him, and he hits him in the shoulder.
Oh, yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
"Ah."
And then he's like, "Oh man, I ruined my new jacket."
I remember what the commercial was for. It was for like Miramax, I think Fox movies. So
Mm.
they just had a slew of the movies together. So,
Nice.
yeah.
So yeah, so he pokes him, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm sorry. Like, aren't we all?" And he stabs him.
Stabs him to death.
Yeah, but like 8 times. It's funny how he goes after the most fashionable first, so he can complete his wardrobe. That's convenient.
Ain't that true though?
And then you see him, and you understand why people were so upset about Brandon Lee that he could have been. Like, imagine his trajectory. He could have been Neo. That was what everyone was like dreamcasting him for. Like, oh, he could have done this, and that would have been pretty cool. Because you see it with the trench coat and the, you know.
I see what you mean. Yeah, with the glasses. Only doesn't wear glasses with the.
Neo.
Yeah, he doesn't kill a guy with glasses. There are only so many in the game.
He's a Leo.
And then after that, we get a scene with T-Bird, you know, is setting up to the office, and then he tells him, "I have a meeting with the Overlord. What's his name? Top Dollar."
Top dollar.
And he's like,
Top
"No."
dollar sign.
He's like, "Sorry, he's in a meeting right now." He's like, "You have no appointment." And then we zoom into some voluptuous curves. At that point, it was uncomfortable because my dad and I were sitting in the same room, trying to watch this. So he's trying to cover my eyes, or and or fast forward. So I never got to see this part until later in my years. It's like, wait, there's nudity in here. Yeah. So we have Top Dollar with his sister, and then this girl, random naked girl right there. We don't know they're sisters, right? I mean, brother and sister.
Nah.
Until later.
Mhm.
Yeah, we thought it was just what's it called? Like a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatnot. And he's like, "What's up with that girl?" It's like, "I think we broke her." I was like, "What the fuck you were doing? Riding that pony or something?" They probably coked her out or something. And then it's sadistic because she goes, "I love her eyes," and she has a knife right up above her freaking eyeballs. How you feel about that? I was just like kind of uncomfortable for a minute.
Comfortable.
That's what they were going for.
I was like, "Get that sharp object out of me, out of my eyeballs." And then we got Sarah, like doing her Tony Hawk impression, Tony Hawk 2 impression, riding down the street.
Mhm.
And then that's where we see her mom with the fun boy. She like mom, like Darla.
Oh no.
And then she like, "I told you not to come here." And she's like, "Well, there's not, like, here, take some money for you to go eat." And then she's like, "Somebody already bought me dinner."
The cops.
The cops. And then the fun boy is like, "Let's take a party somewhere else, eh? Some party else, eh?" How would you? I don't know. To put myself in that position, seeing your mom just
Kind of whack, you know?
kind of doing that shit in front of you, in front of everybody, though. You know, you're all doped out.
Hey man, he's a fun boy. Like what?
He's a fun boy and he offers the best stuff in town.
What don't you understand about this? I like how on the way there she passed like all the cliche like smoke coming out of every crevice.
Oh yeah.
That like originated that cliche. It's like, oh, the sewers. What do they make? Smoke? Oh, cool.
Dude, I live in the cities for so long. I never seen no damn sewer fucking smoke that much.
You never lived in Smoke City? That's why the city was on fire. The freaking sewers are gasoline.
Our smoke's already in the sky. Smoke.
Yeah.
Damn.
We're
Fast
past
forward a
the
few
sewers.
decades.
Yeah.
Funboy and Darla be legit smoking Eric's wife's ashes, bro.
Damn. So after that, we see Eric Draven go to the pawn shop and goes, "We're closed, you loser! Get out of here!" And he opens it. He's like, "What the hell? I thought he closed the door." And then he breaks through like Stone Cold. Like,
Hell yeah.
He was trying to find his voice at that time. Stone
And then
Cold or Sting?
Ooh.
I like Sting. He's a bat.
And then imagine he had a bat. I think he doesn't
Yeah,
have
the
a bat
bat.
here.
I don't. That whole part. This whole part coming up is like, it was such a weird stretch for me. It's like, oh, you're a shitty pawn shop. Oh, you definitely have like stolen engagement rings, and you definitely know about a year ago where you get. It's like, freaking what? Like, dude, I got like 5 PS2s. You want one? Like, no. Okay.
I know.
Engagement ring.
A year. What the shit? No, I don't have the records. What do you mean?
And then
It's like weirdly specific. The whole thing.
Yeah.
she has it all catalyzed, and she's like, "Yeah, it's under the black box under there." So he gets to, they breaks the knife and pokes him. He's like, "Oh, where's the engagement ring?" He's like, "Gonna tell me where it is." He's like, "It's over there. It's over there. Leave me alone."
Yeah. He's like, which specific thing did I do wrong this time?
This happens every time.
So many of you angry husbands.
Like, whoa. I was gonna say that. How would he keep that to kill? So before we
Can you
get to
give me
that,
the hour
cut
they
back
pound
to-
it?
So we cut to freaking the tin getting carried away with all the freaking knives freaking on him.
Yeah.
And like, what is it? And then they show the sign of a crow. And then we go back to the pawn shop. He's like, it's over there in the metal back block. So every time he touches one, he's like, nope, that's not it.
That's
No, that's not it. There it is. Oh my God, this is it. This is it. This is the good shit.
Look under the Draven section.
So we flash back to the thing I hate, back and forth type of thing.
Yep.
With the reliving how he proposed to her, to Sarah.
Shelly. He did not
Shelly,
propose
not
to
Sarah.
the 9-year-old girl or whatever.
And then of course he finds it, and then for no apparent reason, there's gasoline open, and he just like tumbles all over it, starts pouring all over his thing.
Yes.
You know
Where
what I'm
did
saying?
it come from?
It was just casually there.
Girl's like, I'm gonna run to the gas station real quick. I'll be here. Arco. You see the crow's eyes like, 87?
And he's like, he takes care of one by one. So of course he's doing the death stare, the death pendants on the pawn shop owner is like throwing the rings. Like each one of these, it's a life you took. He's like, I'm gonna make you like an offer. He's like, what? Tell me where Fun Boy is, and then you'll get to live. So he's like, oh, okay. And then he tells her where Fanboy is. Like, yeah, he lives above the freaking bar. And he's like, okay. So he loads up the shotgun with all the rings, a la Resident Evil with all the quarters. And he checks his and then on his way out, he takes a guitar.
Yeah,
And then he's like, he goes, turns around, he points back, and he shoots the rings, and it goes. Oh, the TNT in the world blows up, and the shopkeep gets blown up through the back door. He's a liar, because his pants are on fire. That's. I mean, so far, like you could tell, like he's on a what's it called, 1 by 1, like a hit list, I guess, like a hitman.
Rampage.
Yes. What?
Yeah, okay.
He's on a rampage right now.
Yeah, he's dedicated to the craft until he sees a freaking fender.
He's Kratos, you know? He's Kratos right now.
Gotta grab my axe.
Yeah, grab the
Very
axe.
funny, he gets her ashes and he pours it all over him. He like shakes it.
Oof.
That's why he gets. Oh, that would have been better. That's how he gets his white face paint.
So this is what Darla's smoking.
I mean, that would be cool. Like he gets his ashes to turn white and he's wearing hair. That's a little too much.
Nah.
Actually,
No, that sounds like a game. That sounds like a video game.
There was a
Yeah, sounds
commercial.
very familiar.
There was a God of War commercial, wasn't it? For the ashes, yeah. Kratos commercial. It was a live action commercial.
Was it with Halsey? Was it Halsey or Ellie Goulding? They're like the same person.
I think so, yeah, with that music.
Yeah.
It was really sad. Like all his troops, his family died, right? And then you just see the ashes, and then he becomes all super white.
And then he's like, Aries! This is my wife right here. She's pretty, right?
It was his wife and kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, so sad. But you like totally forget that in the remake.
That's true. So after that, we see the Eric Draven walking away from the pawn shop, and the cop is like, "Freeze! Hold it!" No, what is it? Stop right there. So he's trying to interrogate him. It's like, oh, you know, there's a guy named Tintin. It's like you're the one who killed him. Like, check out the coat. And then, of course, people were looting, and he turns his eyes off of him for 2 seconds, and he busts a Batman.
Batman.
I feel like they become Commissioner Gordon and Batman, right? Later on.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Batman. Yes, Gordon. What are you gonna do now? Kill every motherfucker.
I like this cop, this Commissioner Gordon guy though. He was pretty cool. He's like, yeah, man, shit happens. It really sucks. Anyway, go get a hot dog.
Wow.
He was the best character for sure.
And then, I mean, I liked it too. I mean, the new Batman, which was funny because everybody had a voice, you know, not, which is not Batman having a voice. Like everybody has a freaking over the top voice. And then we have it here with this the fun dynamic of the good, good and bad cop. And then we we go back to Top Dollar with the girl, and then T-Bird tells him, "Hey, the homie's house. I mean, what's it called? Pawn shop burned to the ground."
Oof.
He's like, Top Dollar is like, "I didn't authorize this. Like we didn't do it either." He's like, "Go find out who did it." And then in front of him, he has a bowl of fucking cocaine. You're like a sugar
that
monster,
scene is
bro.
still memed when he's snorting it. Still memed. Like people are memeing it today.
To this
Tony
day?
Top Dollar Montana.
He's like, and he gets it and he eats it too. So I'm like, what the
Yeah, Scarface, man. They good.
like, okay, you want triple hit, you know? Just do it through your butthole. They'll get it straight to your foundation. And of course, and then we skip forward to Sarah on the street, and then she almost ran over, and then he holds her. Eric Draven saves her, like, "Yeah, let me down, creep." And then that's what it slowly reveals. He said, "It can't be raining all the time." And she goes, "Eric?"
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, no, it's a fairly common expression. Why?
I
Is it really you? Only you would say that thing that people say.
know, right? All the time. So yeah, so the cop is trying to piece everything who he is. So he has a picture of the van picture. He puts a little marker on him. He's like, could this be this same guy? And then we go up to Darla and Fanboy getting coked out, getting needled out. He's like, there's a big ass bird in the house, in the apartment.
They're getting low dark.
Hello, cut. So yeah, so it's you know, and then Funboy is tripping out because he sees him in there, and he does a slow guitar creep. He's like, he's like, stop it, man. So yeah, so Darla and them freak out. She runs to the bathroom, and then he Funboy gets a shot in the leg, you know, because she's shooting the crap out of Eric, and he's not dying or anything. He's like, okay, you can't die, man. So he punches him, shoots him, he drags him to the water, of course. And that's where Eric holds the mom. It's like, you know, mom is God to the lips of child. So your daughter is out there in the street. You should go to her, and then he sucks the poison? No, the morphine out of her.
The morphine, yeah.
The morphine. I thought it was something else. And then, of course, she not frankly, like she's petrified, and she runs down. And that's where one of Top Dollar's henchmen takes notice of that, and he's like, wait here. And then he goes upstairs, and then we see a Funboy with freaking needles all over. That's gotta hurt, man.
He's not having any fun.
No. He's currently overdosing.
He's foaming at the mouth, and he goes up there, he looks at him, and he's like, he's in the window, he goes, bye-bye, and he just takes off. Eric Draven leaves. So he's like, what the shit is going on? You know? And then we, after that, we cut into, was it the officer? He's walking around in his own room, his apartment. And he goes, freeze! And he fucking literally shits himself.
Oh my.
And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, you never should say that.
He's like, yeah, see, that's what cops are supposed to say.
Yeah. So he cracks open Eric opens a beer, and he hands it up to the cop, and he's like, I need you to tell me what happened. And then he goes, that's where he tells him that you've been salute. And she's like, let me do the Goku thing. Let me read your mind really quick. And she goes, he's like, don't touch me. It's like, you stayed with her all those 30 hours of pain. Like, yeah, man, like Like I just wanted her to come too, so I could get any lead, and feel it, and get an answer of who did this to her, And then he's like, okay, like he goes, what's gonna happen now? Like, are you gonna vanish into the air? It's like, oh, I was just thinking of using the front door. Sorry.
I gotta look at that though, like that whole like interrogation, that whole like why bother having detectives if like the only like 10 criminals all work for the one asshole, and they all drive around making really loud noises and destroying things like openly. It's like
Which is true.
they're they were right behind him when they blew up that building in the beginning. It's like, who could that have been? Oh, it's that one car I always see. Like, it's kind of blatant.
And it's always the same guys too, so I don't know why they don't, I don't know, shake them down. I guess they're afraid of top dollar, probably.
Yeah, I guess so.
$1.
Top dollar, man, has that money.
Gary.
So yeah, so the shopkeep is in top dollar's thing, and he's like, yeah, like, give me information. Who did this to you? Like, he goes by the name of Draven or thing, and he just gets a sword and puts him right through him, and he's gagging. He's like, won't you just die? And he shoots him up, and he kills the shopkeep.
And then he's like, hey, I'll sell you this sword. I just got it. Just came in. Just came into my sphincter.
And then we
don't take that out of context. Go on.
Oh God. So then we cut to T-Bird and the other guy, one of his other henchmen, and then they're like, fire it up. So when we're inside the liquor store, T-Bird goes back inside his car, and then of course the old Jason Halloween thing trying to choke him out. But without choke out, there's a gun. He's like, I need you to drive. I'm your passenger now. Drive. He's like, where are we going? Just drive really fast, bro.
And he's like, Spirit Halloween, I need to touch up my makeup.
Spirit Halloween fast. On the double.
And he's like, where is it? He's like, any closed department store.
Step on it now. He's like, all right, I need you to send me the Uber details, the driver.
Remember where Toys R Us used to be?
Hot Topics right around the corner.
It's funny how
Hot Points. Come on, let's use it. $20.
It's funny how before it used to be only for Gotham, keep it that way, right? Now it's just open to anything, anime, Funkos, and all this cool stuff. So anyway, so he kidnaps T-Bird. He takes him to the pier. He has him tied up. He's like, hey, man, I was just following orders, man. So he opens the trunk. He has like all this dynamite. He's like, I kind of know who you are, So before he throws him off the pier, blows him up, he gives her what's it called? The feeling of her joy, I think it was.
Wait, what?
He puts the hand on him, and then he's like, "Here, feel her."
The sergeant, right?
Kindness.
Yeah.
Like feel her happiness or whatnot, And he's like, "Yeah, I feel it, man. I feel it, man." That scene with the whole blowing up the car, it's like it's going. The dramatic music is picking up. He hits that corner. It's just. And he drops that freaking, what's that, the grenade right in his ball. It's on fire. So he has to be driving with the flaming crotch.
Yeah.
And then he just is hauling ass, busting Fast and Furious, and he shines all over the water.
By the way, I think is the name of the band that played that song. That was
Crash.
Flaming Crotch.
And then he does a badass lighter fluid crow. So he's designing it with the man. For him to squirt from top to bottom to have without no stencil is. Me light it up would be a crooked ass wing here and a fucking fat.
This does kind of open up. What did he do before this?
He
Eric
was
Drake.
I thought he was a singer.
Was he a
He
singer?
was a musician, yeah.
Ah,
Entrepreneur, per se.
he was a,
Entrepreneur. Yeah.
he was a
TBD.
TikTok artist, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had
Was
so
in
many
it.
views and they had to take him out.
Back in the days of AOL.
I just like you keep bringing how like artistic he was, and I'm like, maybe he did. But
Maybe.
yes, he was a musician.
You show.
He was in Guar. He did
And
all
after
the
that-
costumes.
War. Oh my god.
Ooh.
All the props.
What is that Halloween punk band? I mean rock band?
That's Guar, man. That's
Choir. Okay, I'm sorry.
War.
various bodily fluids secreted on the audience.
Jesus.
Oh,
Good time.
goodness sake. Is it real?
Catch
that
herpes
they-
on the
they
fly.
do that shit?
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
out
And
of
Draven
pocket,
was the lead singer.
He gets
So they
to
literally were
the
dripping
300-pound fat suit.
dripping in gold.
Yeah.
Dude, they're out of pocket for sure, man. Guar.
Jeez.
Heavily out of pocket, man.
Gotta love it.
I'd rather take Twisted Sister over that, but
Hey, man, Twisted Sister's not bad. You know, they're not even on the scale. Like nowhere near. But yeah.
so after that we see the henchman. I forgot his name. One of the big underlings. He goes to let me go check out a grave that is openly fresh. He didn't try to hide it. It's just open. A casket is just there. It's flung wide open. He's like, is this could be this guy?
Well, because that's a weird lead to trace down anyway. Like, why would you even?
Yeah, because remember he tells him the bald guy before he died. He's like, yeah, his name is Eric Draven. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
my
why would
regard.
they like? Why would they automatically like? Oh, I remember he died. Like they don't remember that.
That's right, right. They don't
It's
have
a weird
record.
specific detail, but yeah, who cares? Like loophole.
He's trying to get ahead of like filler the story.
Yeah, right.
Pull out the books. Look under the Dravens.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the day.
The phone book was rampant. Cool.
So one of the after that we see Sarah just lurking around the apartment, looking for she saw Gabriel, and after we go to Top Dollar's what's it called, back to the pimp hideout,
Back to yeah.
and then he's with one of the other the last of the what's the fire up crew.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, and then he's like, man, he's coming for me now, man. He's not dead. And then the main Top Dollar is like, watch him. So this big guy just sits right on top of his legs.
Yeah, he's gonna be bait.
They're gonna bring him in. So Mr. Top Dollar, you know, he has a villainly convention. He's putting a bounty on the crow's head, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's there chilling, and then we see the crow, literally just drops in.
Dang.
Do that again. You hear that voice? Oh man, that's a crow voice right there.
The Devil's Night convention has been ruined by the.
What is that terrifying sound?
What was that noise? I think it's a crow. No, it sounds like a dying camel. It's a dying camel.
That's the criminal con.
No, dying giraffe. It's a dying giraffe.
Dying giraffe, yeah.
Oh, the last member is actually his name is Skank. So
Yeah, I mean,
Skank, yeah.
naturally.
so the crow does the whole it was called Joker entrance. He's like,
Mhm.
$1 million if you kill this fucking clown.
That sounds like a chocobo.
So they walk up, and then the crow, like the Eric Draven, just walking casually. Everybody's like gets spooked. Everybody opens up, and he's like, "I want him," and he says, "They're like, you know what? Just kill this one." Everybody just opens up, like, you know.
Who was he gonna give them $1 million to? They all shot him.
I know.
Yeah.
His bullet hit first.
So they empty the whole clips on him. He falls down, and the guy's trying to go double tap him. And he's like, he's not there no more. Like, do you check under the table, like more in the middle? They just, he's not there.
No.
Freaking literally, he just comes out the table and just starts murking everybody, man.
He just found the creepers on the floor and shit. Where'd he
Yeah.
go?
He comes out literally like a Punisher. He's like,
Yeah.
with the unlimited. He's on the special mode right now. He like just
Infinite ammo.
he's just like boom, 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 boom. He put a cheat code in. Excuse me. Yeah, and he fucking kills the whole rest of his league of assassins that he had at his disposal.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a pretty cool scene, man. It's like the scene from I was gonna say, well, obviously the Hitman, but also the scene with Deadpool when he walks in this part 2 in the Japanese.
Deadpool 2, yeah.
And then like Katana's right there, and they start freaking going at it.
It's a
He, like,
family movie.
He gets the katana, like he just goes off, man. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it along with the Crow's makeup, like that, a lot of the cinematography and flashbacks and a lot of the scenes and stuff influence a lot, and you see that specific scene like mimicked and like influenced a lot of other stuff in the future.
All we needed was a bat.
So it was for sure iconic.
Yeah. So after that big rumble, the cops are scrambled to the building and they start shooting him like Batman, of course. He has to run away. Run away, Jeremy, run away! And then one of our cool cop, Mr. Gordon, is following Draven.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like getting shot, and he's like, get in, and they peel out. And then you see Top Dollar with his homie, the cronies, They're like, I'm guessing he says our big fellow friend, Eric Draven, is back from the grave.
Wait,
And then that's when
but we saw what he did with Skank first, right? Wasn't that right before that? Oh, that guy's Skank. Like, that dead guy over there. And he's like, okay, and he throws him out the. He's like, yeah, I'm not stupid. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
No, that part was really funny. That's why it stuck with me.
So Skink died. So
man, if I was Skank, I would have done that too.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. Did we mention who the actor for Top Dollar is?
Oh, is that
Michael Wincott?
Yeah.
He played a lot of villains, notably
Yeah, he was
Robin.
He was giving
you guys remember Robin?
Raiden vibes, man.
Yes. Wait, Men in Tights.
Well, not that one, but the
God,
one with Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, he played he played the brother, or no, the cousin of the Harry Potter dude.
Wait,
Who must not be named?
Robin Hood. Oh my goodness.
Man's in Tights.
No, Prince of Thieves.
I did that.
Alan Rickman. Alan
I'm
Rickman's
sorry.
the sheriff of Nottingham.
Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood.
Yeah, Kevin Costner, and he played the cousin. And then Alan Rickman, he kills him with a sword, but he's like, he threatened to use a spoon to kill his cousin. And he's like, why a spoon, cousin? Because it's dull. It'll hurt more. Michael Wincott did.
Yeah, he was pretty good too. Like he was a good amount of menacing.
Oh yeah,
as Top Dollar. Another thing too, speaking of the casting with the baddies, if I'm not mistaken, not only have we discussed a show that this guy has been in the past, but he's very famous. Wasn't one of the guys freaking Flea?
Was Flea? Oh shit!
Flea?
Flea?
I'm pretty sure one of the guys was Flea, right?
Yeah.
From Rojo Caliente Chili Peppers.
he's been in actually a lot of movies.
He really
Yeah.
has, but he definitely has. Like, no offense, Flea, to your sacred name, but like you have kind of a scumbag face. Like he looks right.
Yeah, kind of.
He was chasing Leia. He was the guy who chased Leia
Yeah,
like
he
a
was
little
chasing
doofus. Yeah, and
Hopefully.
Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Remember when I? Oh my god! When I saw that, I was like, that took me out of Obi-Wan immediately. I was like, "Flea?" Oh my god!
Come back here.
There's Obi-Wan talk.
Yeah. Wanted to educate her about Southern California.
I think wasn't Flea also in a Point Break?
Whoa, was he?
Yeah, he was one of the surfer guys.
Oh,
Along
dude,
with
that would be so cool.
yes, along with the lead singer. What's his name?
Anthony Kiedis.
Anthony Kiedis. in
Not
that
at
too.
all surprising.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Yeah, that's fun. I didn't know that.
Dude,
man.
yeah.
I'm looking at pictures of them right now. They look so young.
Wow. What with the Nixon mask?
I remember, Anthony Kiedis. Like, I remember they're talking about his workout. I know this is off topic, but he pumps oxygen into his muscles. I remember him talking about that to like stay healthy and stay fit.
Yeah, I remember reading that he does not work out at all, and that he has just like a natural six pack.
Jeez. Well, I mean, he looks great. What is he like? They're in their 60s now, right? Or 50s at least?
Yeah, they're up there.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Zombie. Sorry, off topic.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Back to the
It's
crowd.
only,
No, it's fun
5
little
minutes.
tidbits like that.
Yeah, tidbits.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. So yeah, so the bad guys are driving in the car, and they're like, they found his weakness. Like, you killed the crow, you killed the man. So in
The
that
secret.
instant, the secret's revealed.
Secrets.
In that
They start
instance,
picking up bird seed, and the bird runs by and is like,
Yeah, wait, you feed the crow. Crow gets fat. Draven gets fat. Oh,
you're right here
funny.
munching on a Whopper and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
He's like, where am I getting my fatness? What's going on? So yeah, so in that instance, you see Draven walking to his grave, and you see Sarah laying there. And it's time for you to go home. He's like, okay, so Eric is finally at peace, grabbing his flowers for Shelly. And then in that instance, you see the crow just quickly like see Sarah being kidnapped by one of his henchmen, the same one. So he's running in there. The crow is like, "What's up, dog?" And he goes, "Pow!" I was like, so they shoot the crow. The crow's wounded, and that's when Top Dollar comes and he shoots him, and he now he's mortal. Eric Draven became mortal after they shot him. Right.
Yep.
And then that's when we see the cop guy. His friend comes. He's like, it's time for you to get the bad guy for good, for Top Dollar. So they go upstairs. How do you feel about the final boss fight? It was a Highlander-esque. No,
Wait,
should
what'd
be
you say?
only one.
Yeah, it did. Oh, you're right. It did feel kind of Highlander-ish. Yeah, with the glass breaking and stuff.
Yeah.
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 Face off.
It's funny because I felt like he had like no real beef with him, so it's just like, all right, like he's already done what he needed to do.
Just another day at the office.
Yeah, I was like, no skin in this game. Like, kill him, sure, I guess.
Yeah, but he's saying that if they would go after Sarah, right?
Yeah.
They would've killed
Well,
him.
he was saving the girl, obviously, but like,
Yeah.
it was just like an immediate, like, oh, this just happened. All right, now I'm pissed. You know,
Here
it
comes the
wasn't
new challenger.
like it wasn't earned like it was with the other guys.
He blew up the punch up and you ruined Criminal Con.
What is wrong with you? So yeah, so Top Dollar is holding Sarah, and then Sarah is like, "It's okay, Eric. Hey, I'm fine." And all of a sudden, Top Dollar is like, "Go save her," and he throws him off the roof. But luckily, there's shingles, so she's holding on. And then that's when the Highlander with the one has an antenna and the other one has a sword, just going at it, which is hilarious. Like, oh, no more DirecTV for somebody. Yeah. Right?
The turret TV.
Yeah.
Just
And then the cable guy shows up.
Jim
Cable
Carrey.
guy.
Jim Carrey.
Cable guy.
Cable guy.
That one or Larry the Cable Guy.
Jim Carrey makes every movie better. Not this one though.
Can you imagine Jim Carrey and Larry together?
Never.
No, I can't imagine that.
Never.
they're so different. They're so different.
Yeah.
It would have been a Dumber and Dumber.
Now we're going down the rabbit hole.
Can't replace
Yeah,
Jeff
yeah.
Daniels. Can't
Yeah.
replace him.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I remember when I first saw Jeff Daniels in the movie Speed, and then like he was in Speed, and it was cool. He was this police officer.
He's a police officer. Oh, yeah,
Then I
yeah.
saw Dumb and Dumber, and I was like, "The heck?"
Yeah. Also, remember
My perception of him changed so much.
remember how he was not at all supposed to be the dumber? Jim Carrey
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna show him up, and he's like, no, I'm dumber. And that was just them like pissing contest the whole movie. That's what
Yeah.
made it. Yeah, that is some great acting.
Hmm.
Love it.
So yeah, so they're at the end. He gets stabbed. The crow. I mean, Eric Draven gets stabbed from behind. He goes, "It's time
Man
for
Crow,
you to
not the
die."
Crow Crow.
So Top Dollar is monologuing. You got me monologuing. So he inflicts the 30 hours of pain to Top Dollar, and he falls off the house. I mean the church or whatever, and then he impales himself, and the fountain of blood just pours himself. And then we see Eric Draven slowly crawling to Shelly, like, Shelly, I did it.
My
I did it, Shelly. And he passes away, and then this is the scene that killed me. I mean, I cried. Like, Shelly comes back as a ghost. He kills him. He kills him. And then his spirit could finally rest.
Mhm.
That was the crow.
No. Do your other crow voice. Do the other crow voice.
I forgot how it goes.
Yeah, that one. That one. Yeah.
Then they hug, and she's like, nah, it's all right.
Mhm.
Thank you, Brandon.
Oh.
Thank you, Brandon Lee, for that. And then at the end credits it says for Brandon Lee and another person.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
They ain't dead. That to us probably.
No, he's the new Crow.
Oh no,
Jason Momoa's gonna be a new Crow. Nice.
There's like so
No.
many actors
That's-
are trying to get to be the new Crow. But I think
Well,
Jason
he was
Momoa,
like-
Bradley Cooper was once.
But they never went through with any of them. But he was like cast for a minute. Like he was in
Yeah.
on set and all did up and such.
Yeah.
But yeah, it fell through.
You know,
Yeah,
still
man.
might. I have no idea what the progress is of the reboot.
What are your final thoughts, Cousin Neil?
Yeah, like I said before, it very similar to Spawn. I saw Spawn first before I saw this. So very similar, but it was very 90s and just the style of it. You know, growing up, I like to doodle a lot, so just drawing those dark images, it influenced me a bit. But also, it's tragic. Thinking about Brandon Lee. We're older than Brandon Lee. Like we're older than Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee only lived to 32, I believe.
Wow.
So for me, it's really sad.
Wait, Bruce Lee lived up to 32?
Yeah, right. I remember when I turned 32, and I was like, "What have I accomplished compared to Bruce?" Like, dang,
Wow.
this is depressing. But it's kind of it's one of those things where I was fortunate enough when I visited Seattle. You can go to the grave where they're both buried. You can see them, and fans come all the time, drop off their Crow stuff. But yeah, it's really sad to see Brandon go like that.
The fact that they're just buried together, though, that's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's cool that at least Brandon Lee's movie, his last movie, it was it has cult status, right? We can all say that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And kind of that reason also like solidified it.
Yeah.
I think it kind of bumped it up a little bit that in people's hearts and stuff. Like it has lasting value because of that. Not specifically because of that, but also.
Yeah.
Arguably, the movie that could have perpetuated his career into like big time, like big time, big time movies,
Clueless. Oh, that one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see him dressed in pink and just walking around.
No, man, he would have been Paul Rudd in Clueless. Oh man. No, not at
No,
all. No.
No,
he could have been the goth Batman.
yeah, he could have been Batman. Man. He could have been a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. Maybe, huh?
He could have been the actual Sting,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Roll up with the bat.
No, now that I think, I never thought about that. Brandon Lee as Batman. Like maybe he like replaces George Clooney. Maybe. I don't. Actually, I kind of like George Clooney when he played Batman movies.
You
Can
know
you
what?
imagine
That's
him
like
in
the
two
worst
ones?
Batman movie. Is the
It is. I'm just trying to like think during that time, like which Batman.
But George Clooney, I will give you that, was like one of the best Batman.
I like him.
Like,
I know. I like him
yeah.
as Batman. I don't know why. He's was his voice.
He had that
George
swag.
Clooney playing George Clooney playing Batman.
It
Me
felt
playing
real.
as you, me playing as me.
Yeah. Actually, let's play that little game. If you guys can choose a role for Brandon to play that he would have played in the future in a movie that's already made or to be made, what would you want to see him in?
In the MCU.
Oh, in the MCU as what?
Oh yeah. Everyone.
Batman.
Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow wearing spandex.
I think Punisher, man.
Ooh, Punisher.
He had to bulk
Yeah,
up for
just
that.
back to
though.
back to back. Eric Draven and Punisher.
Well, Brandon Lee's already tall, I believe.
Yeah.
At least he looks tall.
You just put him as Doom.
Yeah, Brandon Lee's 6 feet. So
As what's it called? T'Challa. Oh shit.
oh,
Somebody
I
didn't like
apologize.
that.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah. That answer is setting off alarm.
That was
Oh
like,
my goodness. Hold on. Let me mute myself.
that was a no-no.
Oh,
You
my
are
goodness.
you better put some respect on the name of T'Challa.
Yeah.
And
I apologize. I love you
Rest in
guys.
peace, Chadwick, man.
that's right, man. Oof.
All right, guys, hit him with what's coming up next week.
More She-Hulk.
And also,
Twerk.
All right, we're doing the horror jammies. Freaking Insidious, baby.
Oof.
Insidious.
Sinister.
And that's what I said. What?
Sinister.
In Sinister.
All right. Sinister?
Yeah, Sinister.
That's what I
Wait, I
said.
thought it was Insidious, no?
Bro, we
And
both.
Sinister.
All right. What, both?
No? Triple reviews?
Sinister,
dying.
apparently.
The Sinister Six.
Next week we'll have Sinister
Oh,
on our
Bro,
horror
you're
tour.
totally right. Why am I thinking Insidious? Yes, Sinister.
I thought. Wow.
Little warning, this is gonna be a graphic, detailed review. So if you're tuning in, it's gonna, scare the pants off you.
It'll make your hair stand tall.
It's disturbing me now just watching the Red Band trailer all over again. So I gotta mentally prepare for that. All right, guys. For Cousin Neo, bass, and Kofta Draven, the Hitman. I am the Zombie. This has been the Scary Corner. And tune in for the spooky giveaway coming soon. And the Watchers and the Hitman the Zombie Show. Till next time, much love and
Stay spooky.
Stay spooky.